Welcome everyone. We're at temple number 2 on the 88 Temple Pilgrimage, and the next topic we're going to look at is the nature of asceticism. Now, asceticism is one of the key factors in success and failure in any spiritual system. And asceticism isn't renunciation. It's not saying I'm not going to have these things. Asceticism is the choice to let go of your feelings in relation to a particular behavior, whether it's a mental behavior, an emotional behavior, or a physical behavior. It's basically a choice. So if you're going to eat a particular food, you do a release on your relationship to that food before you eat it. And it's not saying you're not going to eat it, it's you're going to change your emotional relationship to the act of eating it. And you can do that with any particular behavior that you're working on, whether it's an emotional pattern, whether it's an intellectual habit of how you study. Let's say you're a student and you want to improve your grades. When you release your emotional relationship to how you study, you enjoy studying more if there's any negative emotions that are holding you back, which you're letting go of and releasing. So you can release on to a pattern or release a pattern. So you may release a negative behavior, or you may identify a positive behavior that shows itself sometimes, and as you release, you engage deeper into that positive behavior. So you release what's preventing you from experiencing that more. So this type of psychology allows you to get what you want by releasing resistance between you and what you want. So it's not just a process of asceticism of denial in any way, shape or form, but it's a changing of the mind, emotional, action relationship. Now, when we're releasing on developing very specific emotional patterns, you're targeting behaviors which are going to amplify your spiritual growth. Now, let's say you're involved in the Hermetic framework. You're going to be very tightly wound into things like, okay, I want to develop clairvoyance. You define the causation chain. You release on each step of that causation chain to get better insight and understanding. And then as you implement each aspect of the causation chain and practice each exercise, you release on any resistance towards you being able to perform the exercise, and you develop a deeper sense of, how would you call it, oneness with the frequency of mastery of the particular exercise. And then once let's say the causation chain has 10 exercises in it, you let your mental, astral and physical body align and become one with those particular qualities, so that clairvoyance begins to awaken. Now, most of the skills that we are developing in Hermetics are very mechanistic in nature, sort of like turning an old watch. Everything is a machine clicking together to make things work. So we investigate each skill in Hermetics as a type of karma, the karma of clairvoyance, and then we implement it according to your karma. What is the best way to activate clairvoyance within you? So everyone's needs a different focus, a different type of concentration, and a different type of emphasis. But as you go through that process, you very quickly realize that you want to get a clear insight into what you want, a clear insight of how to get it, and then a clear clarity in action as you release on achieving those. All right, so let's move on to the next form of asceticism. In your black and white mirror, where you identify your positive and negative of your personality, inside of that you're going to have a type of let's get this a bit upward. You're going to have a type of sense of these negative qualities are the strongest and these positive qualities on the other end are the strongest. What do you want to release and what do you want to reinforce? And you have your own way of coding your black and white mirror. Once you've done that, every time any of the negatives pop up, you do a release on it. You ascetically start releasing on those emotional behaviors. If, let's say, those emotional behaviors are expressing them strongly physically, then you pay attention to physically releasing and cutting off and preventing any of those behaviors from becoming a problem. If you're involved in various forms of disciplines, and you have resistance between achieving success and the discipline, then you'll identify within your black and white mirror what is the resistance and what do you have to release to achieve that success. So then again, you're getting right into the psychology of the discipline and releasing on it. After a while, you'll find a very clear map into what you have to do to get success, and you apply your asceticism to enlivening that map. Okay, well, thanks for your time, and we'll see everyone in the next video.